Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for joining me today. And as I was going through markets today, wow, look at this. Workhorse is up, you know, close to 40% on the week. And I know I'm a bit late on the news, but I just want to share my thoughts on why Workhorse is actually doing this, why it's going up so massively um, over the past week and even over the past month, right? It's up massively, 57% over the past month. So congrats if you invested around in August area, or even if you invested beforehand, you're up by like 1,200%, right? Which is just insane. So there are a couple of reasons for this. Um, Number one is a looming deal with USPS. Of course, Workhorse is trying to get a USPS contract to basically provide their next gen vehicles and their sort of last mile delivery vehicles, right? So that's a huge deal. And if this contract actually goes through, which a lot of players are saying that Workhorse is well poised to actually get this contract, that's going to shoot the stock price up again, right? So, that's just one of the reasons, right? So that is more speculative, and there are a lot of ifs surrounding that. But again, a lot of people are saying that it's basically like they're going to get this deal, right? But again, who knows, right? The second reason is because of something called like a short squeeze. One is, as you can see here, Workhorse is highly shorted, so close to 23% of the outstanding shares as of August 13th are shorted, and basically when around a fifth of the shares are shorted, that's a lot of shares, right? And what happens when you short a company is that you're betting against the company, so you actually um, profit from a decline in the price of the company, right? You basically are betting that the company is going to fail, right? So a short squeeze happens when a stock jumps sharply higher, like Workhorse just did in the past, even 5 days, jumped like close to 40%, um, forcing traders who had shorted the stock to buy it in order to forestall even greater losses, right? So they basically have to um, sell out of their short positions and buy the stock at the current price, which only adds upward pressure to the stock's price, right? So might be one reason also, like the short squeeze aspect of it, right? Which is again pretty huge. Um, and this is a phenomenon that's occurred over and over. Um, a very close at heart example is with another EV manufacturer. So the recent case involves that what the media has named the Tesla mania. So pretty much there's a lot of tug of war between bulls and bears, um, and many people are still convinced that the company is a house of cards ready to collapse. Um, and so pretty much the spectacle around taking Tesla private case seemed to work out for the short sellers as the stock price dropped about 50% from November to May 2019. But then with all the news about the Shanghai factory of the Gigafactory of Tesla, announcements of the first annual operating profit has again just shot the stock price up. And then again, in order for short sellers to cover their positions and to reduce their losses, they have to buy the stock, which again just puts more upward pressure. Same thing happened with Volkswagen, right? So again, that's pretty big news, right? Short squeeze is an actual thing that occurs in the market, especially now with the EV frenzy, which is the third reason why Workhorse may be up. Is in general, everyone wants a part of EV stocks, and of course, Workhorse is one of them. It delivers sort of like it's a last mile delivery vehicle, and also has its sort of like drone section. So it basically um, it merges like the tech side of it with the drone with the actual delivery vehicle, which is pretty huge. And also, just any news is basically good news for Workhorse. At least that's what people are seeing it right now. So pretty much, one piece of news is that Workhorse owns a 10% stake of Lordstown Motors, and Lordstown Motors just announced that they reached $2 billion in pre-order revenue. So pretty much what that means is that 10% of what Lordstown Motors actually gets in terms of revenue goes directly to Workhorse, which is pretty amazing. But when you think of it, just because Lordstown has $2 billion in pre-revenue, that doesn't actually mean that they're actually going to get that $2 million, right? That just means that many people are interested in getting the truck, but they may not actually have the money to pay for the truck, and many people are just like um, doing it for fun, or they're pre-ordering for fun or whatever, or there's a lot of hype associated, but with like a couple months or years down the road, once they actually get to order the truck, they might, I don't know, order like a Tesla Cybertruck instead, or may realize that they don't have the money, right? So this is just a lot of hype that doesn't necessarily mean anything, right? And so, of course, because Lordstown owes a 10% stake, or Workhorse owns a 10% stake in Lordstown, Workhorse is just going up, right? And also, other news that just that just fosters the EV market friendly is that Nikola shares, they were up over 40% after General Motors announced it will be Nikola's strategic manufacturing partner in providing their engines, giving General Motors an 11% stake in the electric truck manufacturer, right? So any news that doesn't even have to be related to Workhorse um, sends pretty much the Workhorse stock up, right? So I mean, right now, I definitely applaud people who are able to make such a rapid gain in such a short amount of time. I mean, good for you. So again, one is just the EV friendly. The other is the impending deal with USPS. Hopefully they get the deal, but you know, you never know. We'll see. The other one is the short squeeze. As we can see, Workhorse is highly shorted. So this is not good news for people who are shorting, and then the stock goes up, and so they have to sell their positions to actually cover their shorts. So they actually have a stop at when they're going to lose money, right? Um, and of course, the 2 billion in pre-vet revenue of Lordstown, of which Workhorse owns a 10% stake in, right? So that's just a quick run through of why Workhorse is up so dramatically. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. And until next time, I'll see you later and have a fantastic day.